IVM.
You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, the Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. When I use the term negotiation, what comes to mind? You're thinking the act of bargaining at your local grocery, right? Or asking your landlord to reduce the rent? Probably buying property at a certain price or asking your boss for a pay raise. It could be a divorce settlement or a property dispute. Maybe a business partnership or just landing a big account. Whatever your reason may be, whatever your reasons, the one thing that is common to all of these is closing a deal. To my mind comes a quote from one of the greatest negotiators of the 20th century, according to Harvard Law School, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela once said, "Negotiations and discussions are the greatest weapons we have for promoting peace and development." Now, the first thing we need to understand here is that negotiating is not a conflict or argument. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It is conflict resolution, and outcomes can differ between parties. And usually it comes under one of the following: win-win, lose-lose, lose-win, win-lose, right? Negotiations have been a driving force in historic decisions, ending wars or crises, corporate alliances, mergers and takeovers. Negotiations have helped put prisoners behind bars or bring hostages back to safety. Negotiations have the ability to change the course of history and future as we know it. And this is a skill you must have. There is absolutely no negotiation on that. You must have it, whether you are negotiating with your child over them, eating greens for a candy, or trading in high-end deals, or acquiring a billion-dollar firm. It doesn't matter. Having negotiation skills must be a non-negotiable in your life. So, I'm going to take you through a couple of these amazing techniques to be able to negotiate and do so effectively. All right. Now, the signature take it or leave it method, but there are too many others. A lot of different techniques in the negotiation game which can really help you, and it won't leave you disappointed. So here are a couple of them that I have curated for you, and I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed if you use these for your negotiations. So let's begin. Go prepared. Understand, study and research the party clearly. This helps to understand what's in it for them and what's in it for you. Never walk in unprepared for a negotiation. This leaves you at a lower advantage point. And also, when you come out after negotiating, you may have afterthoughts. You may think, I could have had a better deal. So take, for instance, wanting to negotiate a higher salary. Don't just walk into your boss's office and ask for one. You may get a yes, but if the answer is no, you won't be able to walk into that room anytime soon. So it's important you research. Research on the growth, whether the company can genuinely afford it at this point in time. What is the market value of your profile? How much would you make safely in any other organization? What amount are you willing to walk out with and happily? Go prepared. It always gives you an advantage. So be clear, seek help, take clarity, but go prepared. Do not be intimidated. I have noticed in business dealings and also employee salary negotiations, one party is always more intimidated than the other. Why though? Because one seems to have the upper hand, creating an illusion of being the key decision maker, whereas the other has the illusion that they are being controlled. They are here to assist the decision making. They're here not to be the decision makers, but to assist the decision making. This happens when an individual or firm is of higher value, greater value or net worth than the other party in the negotiation. But I'm going to repeat this. Do not be intimidated by this illusion. In fact, remember that when you negotiate, it means that both parties have something to offer and both parties have something to gain. So I truly believe to negotiate effectively, you have to walk into a room knowing that you are an equal party. Don't be intimidated by title, power, position, or net worth. Just be there and do your best. Listen very, very attentively. The best negotiators are also very good listeners. And that's no surprise. They do not interrupt. They allow others to speak. They are listening to every word very carefully and they are making observations, mental notes. This is also a great way to build rapport during a negotiation, and it also poses the opportunity to ask all the right questions based on what is being spoken. So when I say to negotiate, be a good listener, don't build your answers in your head. Listen to the other party carefully. Consider what is being said. Question accordingly. Observe and absorb. Be interest-oriented, not person-oriented. Sometimes negotiations go wrong because parties are only focused on their personal gains and they don't care if the other party suffers in this deal. At times, people take something said in a negotiation personally and they forget the greater good. They let their ego have the better of them. So if you want to negotiate fruitfully, then avoid focusing on just personal gains or feeding your ego. Focus on the interest of both parties involved. Focus on shared gains. Focus on the common greater good. In this way, the negotiation won't reach a stage of compromise. Negotiate with your HP and WP, meaning higher price and walkaway price. So when you negotiate, you have a bidding price. If you want the deal to close effectively, then you must know your upper and lower limit while making that offer. When someone says, "This is the best I can do," meaning it's the final offer, you must know your best case scenario and your worst case scenario. Then it's sort of paradoxical, but then there won't be a worst case scenario anymore because you've already decided your HP, your higher price. You've also decided your walkaway price. So your walkaway price will also be your best case scenario. Think about it. What you can also do is remind yourself it is not necessarily just monetary gains here. All right. You could also kind of throw in or add in several non-monetary elements in your negotiation. So if you're not looking at the numbers increase, look at the benefits increasing or equalizing for you. This is how you're going to be able to come out happy from a negotiation. Go in with the HP and WP, higher price and walkaway price. So next time you're all set to negotiate, you got no reason to be anxious, no reason to be intimidated. You simply use some of the above. And trust me, you will come out walking happy. You will not be disappointed. So my precious people, if you enjoy listening to the Life Manifesto and manifesting your life and achieving your dreams, please go ahead and like and rate our podcast. You can also click on the notification bell to get to know as soon as our latest episode drops. Do subscribe to the Life Manifesto. It's going to help us go a long way and also reach out to like-minded people who want to truly manifest their lives and live the best version of themselves. Meanwhile, do what you love and do it often. And if you don't like something, go right ahead and change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find this show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. Available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarina Speaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.
Hello, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On Cyrus Says Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Naveen, Priyanka and Abbas discuss rapper Sidhu Moosewala being shot dead in Punjab. On Edges and Sledges, Ashwin, DJ and Varun review IPL 2022 and discuss how the Gujarat Titans lifted their title in the first year. On Simplified, Tony talks to Nivedita Prakasam on how to make it in stand-up comedy. On All Things Policy, the Takshashila folk discuss how trade policies can be harnessed by India to improve its existing ecosystem. And on the Life Manifesto, Zarina shares the benefits of being spontaneous. We've got some exciting news for you. IVM Podcasts has just launched its merch and our first line is out now. Head to the IVM Podcasts website and click on the shop tab to check out our first collection of t-shirts. Do follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform you're listening on. And you can also check us out on YouTube. We're also doing a small listener survey to better understand how you respond to our shows and advertising on the network. We would really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It helps us build better shows for you. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: SBI Life Insurance, Jupiter, a digital banking app, Cap Gemini, get the future you want, Intel V Pro, built for business, and Intel, future banao wonderful with Intel-powered laptops.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.